I'm so excited. I'm so excited because funness, right? Like book channeling is just fun to me, but I have a dear place in my heart for you. Wendy is in my mastermind, and I've been able to work with her, I don't know, a few months now. Wendy is extraordinary. Like, Wendy is a force for good in this world, and I'm just so excited to spend some more time with you, but really to share you with all these beautiful people.
Well, thank you. It's an honor to be here. I'm so excited because so much that you help me with to help channel, get it out, get that message that's already been in my heart. It's already been created, right? You're just helping to get it out so that the world can see it. And so I am thrilled to be here this morning with you, and I'm working.
Yes, they're going to do this. So here's how, I mean, honestly, I don't really know how these are going to go. Everyone's going to be different. But what I do want to do is we'll start off with the sacred creative process. This is what we do every time in the mastermind. This is what we do before we channel writing. This is what I do before I coach. So I figure let's just start out with that. I also had the idea of bringing my best friend in. So this is my sacred bowl. I don't go anywhere without this sacred bowl. This bowl flies with me. It goes to every location with me. It has a beautiful story. One day I'll talk about it. But I thought we could start the session. I'll play it. Hopefully the sound will come through. And then we're going to drop in. And if you have your oil, awesome.
It's right there.
Have it? Yeah, go grab it.
Grab it. It's just right.
So while she's grabbing that, part of the creative sacred process is that we have one smell that we use every time we're going to channel. We never use that smell any other time. That way it allows our brain to actually click into knowing that we're stepping into a receiving mode. And so the smell is kind of like the button you push that you want to get out of being like a human robot doing all the things and stepping into the space of dropping into your heart, receiving messages, receiving your work. So the smell is just a big part. So what smell do you use, Wendy?
I use Melissa.
Oh, that's such a powerful one. Holy cow. Yeah. So I use rosemary. So we're going to just put a dot on our hands. Take a nice breath in. All the way down into our lower bellies, the sacral chakra. Okay, so we're gonna just set the tone here. There we go. So how we start the sacred creative process is we just envision this beautiful light above the top of our heads. We're going to breathe it in, allowing the light to pour through us from the top of our heads all the way down to our toes, cleaning, cleansing, clearing the pathway, creating a beautiful shield of light around our bodies, sealing it up at our toes to be an added form of protection, to infuse and insulate with light. We're going to call in all of our angels, our spiritual team, in and through the divine light to support this session in all of the ways that will be of our highest good, to keep it quiet, to keep it calm, to allow us to stay in our hearts, to receive whatever is here to be received. We're going to ask that light will touch our ears, that we may spiritually hear what needs to be heard. The light will touch our third eyes. We'll have access to all of our spiritual gifts. The light will cleanse our lips, that we may speak only what needs to be spoken. Take a deep breath in. And now, such a beautiful way to just really ground into our bodies. So, Wendy, what I'm wanting to do is to just really invite your book to come and sit with us. You and I have done this before, but here's the exciting thing is that every time we sit with the book, there's going to be a different message because you're at different parts of the book, right? So it's kind of like a map. You just get the first step, you know where you're going, to the first location. You get there, then the next location is presented. It's kind of how we're going with this, right? We first started, we saw, okay, here's the first step you're supposed to go on. Now you've been writing for a bit. Let's see what your book has to share with us. Does that sound good?
Great. It's like a big scavenger hunt.
Right? The funnest scavenger hunt. Okay, so we're going to drop into our hearts. So just take your eyes into your heart. Breathing into your heart, we're going to just place this beautiful warmth around your heart, like the warmth of the sun. So if you can imagine the sun coming and just like pouring this warm, light energy around your heart, softening your heart space. We're going to open up the heart because your book is all heart, like it's all here. So we're just really softening the heart so that it can really receive this beautiful, beautiful book. I love your book. It's so magical. So now we're going to invite your book. Oh, Wendy, you got a whole line. There's literally more books that just showed up. So we're going to tell them, thank you. Thank you for showing.
Have to wait. This girl, this one right here.
You're going to have to wait your turn, okay?
Yeah. Sorry. I see you. Good to see.
Okay, so we're going to just tell them, hey, we see you. That's super fun that you're here. You will be received when the time is right. So we're just going to kind of wrap them in light. So this book, we're going to invite, can you speak the name right now? Like what's the name that's been present for you?
The book I'm writing right now is called Truth and Dare, Daring to Live in a Fake World.
Oh, daring to live your truth in a fake world. Woo! That feels spicy. I like it.
And I am living parts of it right now. So it's been really an incredible process as I have an experience that and it's leading me to write, or I start the writing process and then I have an experience. It's been a really beautiful unfolding. A lot of these are stories from the past, but it's so interesting that so many are happening right now.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Okay, so let's bring her in. That feels real good. So we're going to bring this book in and into the divine light to come and sit with us right here. Kind of like we have this table between our hearts. We're just going to invite you to sit right here. We're going to drop in and we're going to ask if there's a message that your book is here to share with us to help you move to the next stop, the next location. So I'm going to invite all of your spiritual gifts in into the divine light to be fully present, active, and aware so that you can receive visions, hear, see, know at the same time. We're just holding the space, not just me receive, but you receive. So just kind of breathe into that place with me. Thank you for being here with us in this beautiful, sacred book channeling session. And if you felt the stir in your heart that it is time for you to write your book, then I am so excited to tell you that I am going to give you my sacred creative process that allows authors to channel their books. Just click the link below in the description and you will have immediate access to learning the tools on how you will channel your book. So what are you present to? Do you see anything? Do you hear anything?
I'm feeling this excitement energy. Well, first of all, I'm doing some other projects revolving around the book this week, so that's coming in. But my book is really excited. Everybody's going out of town in 2 weekends, and I am choosing to just be with my book those 3 days. There's that excitement energy, the excitement of, I get a turn. It's all my turn, for 3 solid days.
Oh.
And so that's the first thing that I'm picking up on.
Yeah, I love that. And I definitely felt that the project that you're working on, like we're going to bring it to the surface because the book like brought that straight up right away. Right. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But what I saw was a path. And on the left was this perfectly like manicured rose garden, but but they were like not real. And then all of a sudden in front was a wildflower field. And the book showed me like there are going to be parts where you're going to want it to be the rose garden. You're going to want it to be perfectly manicured. And the book is saying, hell no.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I am a wildflower garden, which means that sometimes you plant seeds and you don't even know what flower is going to come up. That's the energy of the book asking that, like, dive in with me. Mm-hmm. That, like, you don't know the seeds that are going to come through.
That makes total sense, because when I get up in my head, it's very hard to channel, right? It's very hard to sit down and actually write, because I am coming up with the answers instead of letting the answers flow to me. And it would make sense that it would be wildflowers, not perfectly manicured, because that's not who I am even. Like, I'm very spontaneous, fun loving. Like, I mean, my spirit totem is a hummingbird, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So why would my different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even the stories, people connect with stories that aren't perfectly manicured, that they're messy, because we are messy humans. We're divine beings in this messy human existence, right? So make a lot of sense.
So what I want you to do is close your eyes with me. And there's like something around the part inside of you that still wants this book to be like perfectly manicured rose garden, right? So it feels like it's the obstacle. It's the obstacle in the way of you being able to like, okay, it's like so loud. So hold on. It's coming in real fast. All right. So what I'm hearing your book say is like, I also love that your book's got some profanity in there. Your book's like, get in the damn raft and go down the water, like the rapids, like jump in, throw yourself in. And what I'm hearing and seeing is like, as soon as you do that, like this book, it's like, it's not wanting to take a long time. It's so loud. It's like ready right here, right now. But the obstacle is the perfection. The obstacle is there's like a piece still that wants it to come through in the perfect way, which the perfect way is the wildflower. So let's go in and just pull this piece up. Are you comfortable doing that right here live?
Do it. Starting up.
I don't know what we're doing. Let's just see what happens. Okay. All right, so interesting that the flower, like the rose garden's like stuck. It's actually stuck in your heart. This like thing that like wants it to appear a certain way, not even like appear a certain way, but like just like be a certain way. So I want you to just go in your heart, and we're just gonna wrap all of this in light and like a blanket of love, because underneath perfection is pain. So we're just going to wrap the perfection piece in this beautiful golden blanket of love. And as you're swaddling it, what happens is that the perfectionism actually dissolves and the pain gets to be held. So I want you to just take a nice deep breath in as we let that happen. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to pour a lot of cleansing light through that piece in your heart. And I want you to visualize all the pain turning into like golden dust. It's going to like, it's going to move through your body, out through the soles of your feet into the earth. So we're going to do 3 deep breaths as we do that. So breathing in and out and in and out. And this final one. So now, as there's like a space inside of your heart that now has like an opening, I want I want you to open your palms, because I'm very physical, right? Like open your palms like this. And I want you to invite your book to place a seed, one of those wildflower seeds that we saw, just right in the palm of your hand. It's really, really golden, beautiful, beautiful seed. It's the seed of truth. It's a seed of light. It's a seed of hope, seed of miracle, a seed of love. And then I want you to just place it right in your heart. And I want you to see that light now start to ripple, like if you had thrown a stone in the river or into a lake and it ripples. And I want you to see that light seed just start rippling throughout your body, and how the excitement actually gets to be pulled up fully to the surface. So just breathing in and out. Breathing it all the way up, all the way up. Now, share with me how you feel right now.
I definitely feel that energy buzzing through my whole body, and can see that pain, that perfectionist. I think a lot of us feel that way. We've grown up with this one way of doing things and feeling this need to do things right and in a manner. And definitely my story growing up for years was a right way to do things or was a wrong way to do things. And approaching this book and realizing every time I create something that is just magical in my opinion, it's because I get out of my head and I get in my heart and I allow it to just come. And so as you're describing this wildflower, that's really what it is. It's really, even the book, even the chapters, it's not all one subject. It ebbs, it flows, it has lots of different flowers, it has lots of different colors. And when I will step into that, and I am stepping into that, I can feel how I feel. And I know what that feels like now. I know that when I'm in, I can write and channel because I'm in that space. Instead of in my head, I'll be in my heart, and I can like literally feel that through my body. So now I can associate that and go, oh, okay, I'm in it. Let's go. It's go time.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I feel such a difference in my body. So what I'm excited about is I want you to drop back in with me. We're going to bring your book right here. And we're just going to pour like just a lot of love into the book, letting the book know that like you've got a weekend away with the book. And I mean, I feel very clearly it's going to come through that full weekend. Like the book will be done. Mm-hmm. Like that's the energy. As long as you stay in this space right here in your heart, this book is so ready to come through. It's so ready. And this project that you're having complete this week is the gate that opens for the completion of the book.
So excited. I mean, I just can't even tell you how excited I feel right now. And the final part of this project I'm working is tomorrow night. And so last night it was magical. It was just, yeah, I can see it and I can feel it. And I know that that's, it's not even possible. It is going to happen. And I appreciate the fact that you were able to help me feel what that feels like. So now it's just a matter of doing it, right? Yeah. And now I'm going to turn on. That's the next.
Okay, so your book is like really excited. Like this project, it's like a sister to the book. They're like twins, right? They're like coming through. Well, they're not necessarily twins because one's birthing first, but they're like really close in energy. So there's this project's so big. So what I'm wanting is, how do we share it in a real clean and simple way that's going to really impact everyone who's listening right now, so that they have a deep understanding of what's coming, and that it can serve. Like, I feel like the message of this project, it's wanting to serve. So I want you to first, before you share with us what this project is, drop back into your heart space. And I'm like a big like tap on the sternum, rub the sternum, whatever you got to do to bring your attention here. Breathe all the way into the sacral. And then I would love to open up for you to share what this project is that you're working on that's supporting the message of your book.
The project that I'm working on is a visual, it's a visual project that's going to help individuals become free. I mean, really, it's about sexual trauma. It's about releasing sexual trauma and being courageous and bold enough to go into that space. Because a lot of us with sexual trauma will tuck it away in this little part of our heart thinking, that's just a piece of me. That's going to just sit right there. I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to look at it. I'm not going to even consider opening that box because that's where it's going to stay. And this is depicting the fact that if we are willing and able to look at that and feel it, because we have to feel to heal, right?
Yeah.
We'll feel it and we will be courageous enough to release it. We will allow ourselves to be free. We will be able to take our power back. I thought the Me Too movement was beautiful. It was powerful, right? You too, me too. I get it. I get you. I see you. I feel you. But there was nothing more to that. It was just a cliffhanger. Okay, you too, me too. We got a big problem happening here. This is really to evoke, okay, now what next? Because we know this, we see it, it's here. Now, how do we release it? Because it's define us. It's no longer going to sit here and continue to have its role and hand and energy in everything we do, in our relationships, in our businesses, in our personal lives, in our financial abundance. It's no longer going to have the tentacles into those things because we think it's going to go away. We think it's never going to show up, and it shows up in everything, and we're lying to ourselves. So this project is really just this inspiration of, we all have trauma. It may not be sexual trauma, but we all have trauma. Every single one of us interpreted something that came into our field of consciousness, and we felt like it was so shameful and so big, we just stored it somewhere. And just a project encouraging and planting the seed of hope that we all have the ability to allow that to filter and feel in order to heal and set ourselves free, so that it no longer has the tentacles. It is now gone.
Oh, I'm so excited. And that video that you're creating, when does that drop?
It is launching September 12th.
Fabulous. So September 12th. So I think, obviously I'll be sharing it on here. I think it'd be fun to have you come back in once you've completed your book, right? And we can talk about it. So you are going to be completing your book in 2 weeks. Is that when that 3 day is? Okay, cool. Fantastic. So we're going to hold that space for you. And then this book goes live 11/11/22.
22. Yes.
I love it. I love magical days. So this feels super good. Let's kind of drop in and close today. I want you to just take a deep breath in and drop into your heart. And we're just going to bring your book right here to the center again, thanking it for showing up, for sending the messages that it did. It's like handing you an oar for the boat. It's like, oh, you forgot this, Wendy. Here's the oar. Let's go. Let's go. I love that. So just like thanking your book for being here, and for you, Wendy, for being the powerful leader that you are. So just so much gratitude. We're going to wrap your book in love and light, and we're going to just place it in this beautiful, what does it want to be in? Let's see. Oh, okay. A beautiful sunflower. That's where it wants to sit. So we're going to put it in the sunflower, since the wildflowers were the theme today. until you're able to spend that weekend really just completing and letting it come through you. So wrapping it there. I want you to know, Wendy, like, I see you. I'm so honored to work with you and to be of any piece to the work you bring to the world, because you are a fire of light. And I'm just so honored that our paths have crossed.
Oh, Keira, I can't express words to thank you and the gratitude that is in my heart. I mean, you've watched from the time that I first spoke to you, and I knew in my heart, you didn't even have to talk to me about helping me. I was like, where do I sign up? Because I already know. And it has been nothing short of miraculous. You've over delivered, you've under promised, and I just honor you so much. And
oh my gosh. Well, I received that in tears and gratitude, and let's jump on that boat, sister. That book is ready. If you loved this video, then I invite you to come over with me right here and watch a few more of my book channeling sessions. Join me as I sit with authors and we channel through books that are here to transform humanity. I think you're going to love them.